Welcome to Skylight Growth. My name is Damon, and here are my 5 top tips for effective brand messaging. Now, to be clear, your brand is much more than just your logo or your look and feel or the colors you chose for your website. There is a compelling story behind every brand that needs to be told that really connects with your audience and lets them truly know who you are and what you stand for. And that's what brand messaging is all about. So before you can go out and explode your brand, you need to get your story straight. With that in mind, here are my 5 top tips. Number 1, you need to know how you're different and better than your competition. And if you don't know how you're different and better, you'll need to find it. But it's okay, it's a big part of what we do in branding is to help you figure that out. But you need to find how you're different and better and make sure that that unique value is central to your message. And to illustrate how important that is, let's take the phone companies, for example. Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, they each have similar services, and you would expect to be able to do the same kinds of things with each of those companies. But Verizon is the most reliable. They work in more remote places. You have fewer dropped calls. They're also the most expensive. AT&T is the world's largest. More people choose them. They have the most customers, and they have mainstream pricing. T-Mobile is the value brand. You get more for your money at T-Mobile, and they've been advertising that for years. If you don't have a compelling differentiator, you wind up becoming what's called a Me Too brand. Like Me Too, I also offer phone service, and you should check us out. And that really doesn't give people a compelling reason to choose you, and they probably won't. You need to find a way to sell your unique value while keeping the focus on them, which brings me to number 2. Stop talking about yourself so much. So many companies spend their real estate on their website talking about, we have 20 years of experience, we're the best at what we do, we have the best technology, the best people. It really doesn't work. I mean, imagine if you went on a first date and your date spent the entire time talking about themselves and how great they are. I mean, they'd lose you pretty quickly. And the same holds true with brand messaging. I mean, you can still communicate the same things, but you need to put it in a way that keeps the focus on them and shows them the benefit to them and what's in it for them, really. Like, for example, Skylight Growth. We can help build companies to scale with a proven method built over 20 years. Notice how I flipped it so that I still communicate our experience, but I show the audience what's in it for them. Number 3. Who are you talking to exactly? For most businesses, there's a handful of different customer types called personas that need to be clearly defined so that you can address messaging just for them. Say you're a B2B company and you provide market data for other business owners. One persona might be the startup entrepreneur who needs to be inspired by your messaging. Maybe you have the buttoned up executive, and that person needs to know how it affects the bottom line and what your return on investment is going to be. Another person you may talk to is the cause-driven advocate, someone who needs to know how your product or service is really going to benefit the people that they serve and make a difference in their lives. Knowing who your audience is helps you tailor the message to engage them and ultimately persuade them in the value of your brand. Number 4, you need a compelling mission. It turns out that people don't really buy what you do or even how you do it. They buy why you do it. At least in terms of your long-term customers that keep coming back. They buy why you do it. And a really great example of this is Apple. People don't buy Apple products because they make the world's best computer products. In fact, they're oftentimes behind the curve on many technologies. Apple succeeds because they exist to challenge the status quo, to redefine the user experience in terms of just how beautiful and simple it can be. And it's this emotional connection with their audience and this shared mission that really resonates with people, and it's what keeps people waiting online for products that they haven't even seen or tested. They just know that Apple's going to deliver on this mission that they share. So you need to get clear about why you do what you do and how that drives your products and services. And if you can do that in a compelling way, you'll have a loyal following to match. Skylight, for example, exists to redefine what it takes to build an iconic brand. Everything we do is designed to challenge traditional marketing models and accelerate the rise of brilliant brands and the entrepreneurs who invent them. And number 5, you can't please everyone. And you wouldn't want to. It's just not sustainable. Like using the last example, Apple can't please those people who want to customize their laptop and phone features with open source code. It's just too user unfriendly for their target. They're happy to let the Android crowd take that on. In order to succeed long term, you need to draw a line in the sand and declare what you stand for. Be the bakery for people with allergies. Be hair care for men on the go. Be the insurance company for high net worth individuals. Pick a target and serve them as fully as you can. So once you know who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and where you stand, you're now ready to set up your brand for explosive growth. You're ready to weave that message in every piece of marketing collateral that you do. Consistency is key, so make sure to keep your message consistent and drive it home. All right, thank you so much. As always, we're here to help you ignite your brand for explosive growth. Feel free to reach out with any questions you might have and to schedule your free consultation at hello@skylightgrowth.com.